Hey everyone, it's me. Tim is running a little behind, but it's okay. I'm back. I missed everybody. How's everyone out there? Are we waiting for some more people to come on through? How's everybody? I see Don out there. Who else do we have out here? Hey, Evelyn. Who else do we have out here? It's so good to be back. All of this traveling and stuff. Tam's been in my space. Everything is discombobulated. My backdrop was on the floor. She been having a real good time in my office. Go ahead and click that thumbs up for us. What's going on with everybody? Tell me something good. Tam says she has a surprise for us today. I'm definitely curious to see what she's going to be talking about today. What she done dug up for us. Does it sound like Will After Dark? Donald, I'm exhausted. I started my new job today. Am I giving sultry? Hey, Kamani. Kamai. How you doing? Yes, Heather, we back. Well, I'm back. I don't know where Tammy is. She's running around here somewhere. Hey, Juan. What you said, Evelyn? Probably about some space news. Who knows? Who knows? Thank you, Rachel. My uncle, I was talking to him the other day, and he's a retired Air Force, and he was like, "So what's going on with this Space Force?" He said he was coming down so we can have a chat about it. I said, "Oh no, uh-uh, absolutely not." But hey, anything in space is good. What's going on with what's going on? You know how I feel about winds. What y'all got going on out there? How are y'all Linuxing? What's going on this week? I've been gone, MIA. Even when we had the show last Friday, I was behind the scenes. What y'all got going on? Y'all ain't got nothing going on. Don said I'm giving Will After Dark. I'm tired, actually. I've been up since 7 this morning, and that's probably late for some, but I am definitely not a morning person, and I didn't think I went to bed till about 3. You wanna quit your job, come on. Okay, so what you got it what's in the works? What's the plan to quit? 'Cause we don't quit till we got something else in the pipeline. I'd rather you be overemployed than quit. Yes, Heather, I am definitely a night owl. It's my prime time. Y'all see I even still got on my little work outfit. Let's see. Somebody decided to join us finally.
Hey man, look, I was discussing business.
I didn't say what you was doing. Hey, that's why it's 2 of us.
Discuss- I'm
Things are gonna
discussing
happen.
business.
Mhm.
Business.
You knew what time the show
Hello,
started.
talking about y'all back.
Look at you.
It's okay. It's okay. Sometimes meetings run over.
I just
Now, I
left you.
do
You weren't
have
in no
one
meeting.
one
You got
announcement.
in a meeting that quick. What is the announcement?
That it happens just like what is going on with the flashing?
Oh, we struggle streaming. I have
Is it
no
the
idea. What you
thing?
got plugged up over there? I
I
have
don't
no
have nothing
idea. It's
plugged
been
up with
bouncing.
the
I
one
think ever
laptop.
since you upgraded the internet, we've been getting whack internet.
What is
Or
going
maybe
on?
it's the extra bandwidth from our
You
guest.
frozen?
I'm not
You
sure.
frozen again? You gonna have to hop off D,
But yeah, you struggle streaming.
cause you frozen. I'm not. I'm
I'm
sitting here
not
talking.
frozen. I'm
You
talking
were.
too. You weren't
You
talking.
frozen now.
We both been freezing.
This a brand new router.
Huh.
It's a brand new router. Let me look and
Is it
see.
were we still freezing?
Make sure my. Let me take out. Yeah, my.
Damn, I hate a struggle
No, not
stream.
right now.
We've been struggle stream.
Yeah, there. D, you gotta go. Yeah, D, you keep freezing. It may be your laptop. You may need to partake in coming into the year 2024. You know you got a 2012 laptop. You need to come on forward. I'm just saying. You
I
can't even
hate when
come up to
haters
shoot
don't
me a
hate.
bird. He's freezing
I don't
on
care what
trying
you
to
say.
shoot me a bird. Struggle. That's your thing. So if you didn't catch me on Tuesday, breaking into and staying in tech on Erica Williams, my best advice is go check it out. It was streamed 6 days ago. I'm looking at it right now. Um, let me see. I forgot to go back and check the comments. I always check the comments for the haters. Haters, I love y'all. Y'all make me laugh. Let me see. See how many more comments we got. Come on, I didn't ask her nothing. Let's see. Got 14 comments. Let me see. Let me see. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, not too bad. I have one comment to respond to. Okay. All right, I got one comment to respond to. It's all good. All right, cool. So we got a couple of things to talk about tonight. If you have not been keeping up with what I've been posting in jobs, I got a couple other things I need to go back and post in jobs. Um, then you don't know. All right, so let me share my screen here and let's get cracking. All right. All right. See how long that take? That's ridiculous. I don't know why that takes so long. But let's go. So this website right here, talent.com, I posted this in jobs. And I put up DevSecOps average salary in the United States. Average salary in the United States. So they have a slew of jobs that you can go and check the average salaries. Now, why am I bringing this up? One, because we are going to look at a couple of things on this website that I think will help y'all out and help better formulate your um what's the word I want to say? Your tax shelters and brackets and so forth. All right, that's what we want to talk about here. Hold on. I don't have no devices off of Wi-Fi D. Only thing I got on there is my tablet, and my tablet is closed. When it's closed, it's not connected to the Wi-Fi. So I don't. It may be my work laptop, maybe, but other than that, I don't have anything. All right, so we can see here I have DevSecOps typed in here. I don't have a location, and I just said find salary. So here they came back with on the high end, 141 as the median. Remember, the median is not the average. The median is I'm gonna take the, the high number and the low number and whatever falls in the middle of that. Whereas the actual um average is the sum of all the numbers divided by the total number of numbers, and so that'll give you your average. So in here it's saying here, and this is superior. It should say the median, not the average, but they went with the average, which is a difference. The average DevSecOps is 141,017 per year at 67.80 per hour. Entry level position starting at 119. Right. And so I did something a little different. I posted this inside of the Slack. I actually put in Linux system administrator, and then let's hit find salary. All right, so comes out to be about 113, and the entry level is about 93,000, and it says per year, while most experienced workers make up to 150,000. Now, what's not included in this is you add in a clearance, and you could easily pull this up to, for a senior, you can easily pull this up to 200 to 250 easily. So, again, I'm only reporting to you what I know and what I've seen. All right. All right. So now let's go on here. Now, what I like about this site is they break it down by state, not necessarily by city, because we all know Virginia, parts of Virginia, one at 125, you struggle bus. Parts of Colorado, you struggle bus. Hawaii, struggle bus. Parts of Georgia, struggle bus. Parts of Massachusetts, you could be struggle bus. All right. Same way with Connecticut. Same way with Illinois. Same way with Florida. Right. Now here's the other thing: solutions architect, system engineers, IT managers, system analysts, systems administrator, like it's a system and it's systems, CNA, and so forth, right? But that's not what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about here, if we go up here to the tax calculator. Now, I think this is one of the most important pieces on this uh on this website. Hmm. All right. So let's look at it. All right. So when we say, let's say, and this is what you all could be doing, you could be using this. Say, type in, all right, let's say $200,000 in New York, right? And that is annually. And then let's calculate this. All right. So now they're going to come back and it's going to tell you. Let me blow it up some more. All right. It's saying if you made $200,000 in New York, you're gonna have $40,000 withholding you from taxes, federal taxes, 12,000. So far $52,000 off the rip. Social Security another 9, Medicare another 2,900, state disability insurance and family leave insurance for a total 65,000 and $65,135 in taxes off the rip, off that 200. So your net pay is really 134, but wait, that's more, because if we really want to be truthful about it, we got one more thing that we need to do, and you all should know what that one more thing we need to do. We need to take out for 401k and HSA. All right. So let me do a new on this, and let me go ahead and grab this. All right. And let's do this. And let's move this. Let me paste and then we'll go back and do it. Would it let me? Okay, that's fine. And let's do this. Move that to 48. All right. And let's minimize this. Okay. So we got a salary, right? We got income tax, state income tax. We got Social Security. We need to go ahead and hop right on down here and say 401k. We're gonna max that out for the year. That is that 23,000 single. And then HSA, we need to go ahead and say we're gonna max that out at 4850. So the combination of between these two is 27,500. So before we even talk about this gonna be net, we need to take another 27,000 off. You need to take another so your new is 100 and what, another 27. Oh, that's a 117 117, oh, 500, 117 300. So that's your new pay. That's your new net. So your new net with HSA and 401k taken off, you were at, let's see, you were at 134,800. Now it's 134,800, and let me make sure I'm saying that right. 800, 865. Sorry. Let me give you $65. That's a tank of gas. Minus the 27 8 20 27 850. 27,850. All right, let's give you the real, right? Let's give you the real. All right. Let's go calculator. All right, so that is 134,865 minus 27, yeah, 850. Is that right? Yeah. No. It's 40, it's not 4850, it's 4150, right? 4150. Let me back up. I think it's 4150. Let me look it up. I think it's 4150. Yeah, 4150. I was wrong. So it's 27,150. You need that $700. All right. So now back up off of that 150. It's now you're at now 107 715. That's really what you that's really if you because they taking federal, and nothing in federal is dealing with 401k. State, nothing dealing with that. Social Security, Medicare, SDA, Family Leave, 401k, 23,000, and then HSA 4150 for you to be single. And you need to take that off from that 134,865 that they came up with, and you need to pull off 27,150 for the year. And so your really true net is the 107,715. After that's before you even this is before you even spend a dime, right? Now we need to take that and divide that by 12, because this is what your monthly net income is. So your monthly net income is the 107,715 by 12, which equals to 8976.25. That's what you left with. That's in New York. Put a one in the chat if you understand what I'm talking about. Put a one in the chat. All right. So in here, they show your net pay 67.4%. Your total tax is 32.6. This is New York. And then they say in here, hey, if your net pay will be 134, but we know that's not the truth. That's not the truth. Because you got taxes, you got tax the employers, and they need to put another little dot here, probably, yeah, right above here in here, that shows your 401k and your HSA, right? And it says the total tax paid. Did you know your employer also pays taxes on your salary? It costs the employer $12,434 to pay you $200,000 every time you spend $10 of your hard-earned money. $3.88 goes to the government. So with you and the employer both paying taxes, what used to be 32.6% tax rate now rises to 36.5%, meaning your real tax is actually 3.9% higher than what it seemed at first. And then they go on to what that looks like as well. All right, so that's $200,000 in New York. Let's change that to Texas. Texas and Florida are the same, so it doesn't matter on that. So let's go here. All right, so now we're in Texas. So we got federal, and you see we don't have state, but again, same scenario here. Same scenario. Um, we have let's go here. Let me pull this over to here, and let me do a new one. And let's pull this here. All right. And let's do our thing here. Okay. So $200,000. This is in Texas or Florida, I think, or Delaware. Anywhere there's no state income tax. Well, we'll stick with Texas because the rate may be a little different on tax rates on certain things. All right, so federal 40,000 off the rip. Um and we can see this was for New York. Um, your federal was your thing here. Your Social Security, you can see here's 9114, and your Medicare is that. But guess what you don't see? You don't see state disability insurance, and you don't see family leave insurance. You don't see that, right? But we do get this 401k and this HSA. We do have to add that. All right. So our new total, all right. Let's just copy this. All right. So our new total, all right. Let's pull this back over. See, you were at 147. 147, 899. But now your new total, your new net is the 147, 899 minus our 21, our 27, 150, right? So this is gonna be our new net right here, right? Minus your 27, 150. 127.09. That's your new total. Now what you take home every month, I'm gonna divide that by 12. You take home $10,000 a month. And I'm gonna show you something. So now we do this 120,709 divided by 12 equals to 10,000 6242. Now at the other location you was at, you didn't get that. Yeah, in New York, you was coming out 8976.25. That $200,000 go a lot further in Texas than it did in New York because of the state income taxes. And you could do a comparison of this, right? You can do a comparison of how far does this money actually, what does this actually look like? Now, I have thrown in the max you could put in your 401k and the max you could put into your um HSA. I could throw in another $7,000 because you got an IRA and you're maxing that out. So we could throw in another $7,000 if we wanted to, right? And that would come off of here because then, well, it wouldn't be worth it because after $73,000, you can't get the whole $7,000 as your taxable income to pull it off. So you do better by throwing that into a brokerage account and playing that $7,000 into your brokerage account. All right. Let me pull it up. Where- mm, mm, mm. I think it's 73,000, and I'm googling it right now. I think once you hit 73,000, you can't use that as a taxable write off, a taxable income. Yeah, see, it reduces, but I think you can't do it after 73,000. I'm looking for the wording that says that, so that way when y'all go look this up, you can be like, "Oh, okay." You can contribute to your IRA, but you won't get the taxable income. You won't get the tax break from it if you contribute to it. All right. So y'all see the difference here? That's the difference between New York and Texas. Let's do one more. Let's do two more. Let's go and do the same thing for California. All right, for California, you have state disability tax, Social Security, state income. But look at their state disability insurance compared to what you had in New York. Their state disability insurance is theirs was $31.26. Theirs is $1,600. $1,600 in California. So you paying $70,000 in taxes, and I still got to take off another $27,000. So you're down to $101,000. That's what your $200,000 look like. Right? This is base salary. This ain't total comp. This is base. Right? So really, it's at 101,626. So if we calculate that, 101,000. Let me see if we can get it here. 101,626 divided by 12. That total monthly income is 8468. 8468. So you get paid $500 less than what you would in New York. Right? $500 less. So your $200,000 really goes down to 101,000, right? All right. Let's go now to let me see. Do they have it? Let's go to Virginia. No, let's go to Washington D.C. That's what I wanted. All right, we're in Washington D.C. Your $200,000 in D.C. Your $200,000 in D.C. You get state income, blah blah blah. Let's go on to take off another $27,000, and now you're at what? $115,000. 115,499. Right, so that 115,499 divided by 12 comes out to 96.24 a month. 96.24. So let's go back and look. New York, you come out 89, 97. So between Texas and New York, Texas and DC may not be that bad. It may not be that bad. Okay. May not be that bad between Texas and DC. It's only a 5. So when y'all thinking about should I live in DC, what my income gonna look like? This is one. This is. Let me double verify. The 115. Let me look. 132. Did I do it wrong? Did I subtract wrong? Oh my goodness. Minus. Oh, hold on. 499. Minus the 27,000. Yep, 105. Hold on. Let me divide by 12. 87.91. So it ain't no difference. It ain't no difference. 87. I'm gonna pull mine back up. That's not it. Let me pull it back up. 87. This one was in New York. So there's not a big difference between New York and DC. In fact, it's less in DC than it is in New York. Cause yeah, it come out to 87 91. Let me make sure I did my my New York right. 134 865 minus my 27 150. Yeah, 107 715. Divide that by 12. 89.7625. That's right. And so with this one, we're at 132 499 minus 27 $1,150. 105,349 divided by 12. 87.79. 87.79 is the difference. So your 200,000 really goes a little further in New York than it did in DC, but not by much. If you go through a toll, it's over. So it's really not that much difference. Your best bet is to find a state where you can tolerate and don't have the state income tax. That's gonna be your best bet. That's gonna be your best bet. All right. I want to show that to you because when I talk about these salaries, you need to look at them from the standpoint of taxes. Look at it from the standpoint of taxes. Look at it from the standpoint of continuous opportunities. Continuous opportunities. Yep. 200,000 in Florida. Let's go. All right. All right. So Florida 147,899 minus your 27,150. That leaves you at 120. Divide that by 12. So it gets you your $10,000 a month. So 200,000, $10,000 a month. That's pretty good. With 127,000, yeah, 120,749. So yeah, so that's pretty good. Yeah. So that's pretty good. So you'll be left with $10,000 a month. And that's you maxing out your 401k. So let's talk about this. Because everybody's like, I hate 401ks. They don't do nothing. They ain't doing nothing. They ain't doing this. They ain't doing that. All right. So I've been going over shows and I've been reading articles. And these articles have been pertaining to retirement. Like, what should you do? How much do you really need to have? What does it look like? And I got a lot in store for y'all tonight. All right. All right. So let's come over here and look at this right here. Let's talk about this. And we're gonna rope Linux into this and everything else. So Bear with me. Why this not coming up? Oh, it's taking forever to spin up. All right, so the article is about I retired and I regret investing into my 401k and so forth. And the last time I looked, it had like 500 comments on it. And I don't know why it's taking so long here. Let me refresh again. I don't know why that's taking so long. Let me open up another. Oh, there it go. Let me see how many comments does it have now. Let's see. The last time, okay, 447. Still okay. Still those comments, but basically, she was saying she estimated she is currently losing about 25% uh of each 401k uh, around 25% each 401k distribution. Now, she's right? So again, this is going back to you all got to be diverse in your skill set, in your financial journey, in your financial portfolio, in your in your overall wealth building as I talk about it all the time, right? Using one skill. You can use one skill and get there. All right. So now let's look at what am I talking about? Let's look at what I'm talking about. Now, I mentioned this last week, but I don't think you all took me seriously on this. So I'm going to bring it up again this week. Mm, 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 mm. Let's see. Hmm. Hmm. I knew I created a new sheet, but it doesn't look like that new sheet saved. Oh, no, it did. Maybe? No. No. If it didn't save, that's okay. We'll make a new one. Because it should have saved. What's going on, Solid Steps to Well? This slowness is killing me. I wonder if something's going on with the router. So everything is taking forever to come up. Hmm. That's okay. I'll just make a new one. All right. So let's just make a new workbook. And then from this Excel sheet, this should give you some type of idea of what you all should be actually doing. And let's go type of account, and then we'll be ready to rock. Hmm. All right, so let me delete this one. And we'll say stocks. We'll say 401ks, rollovers. We'll say junk 401ks because you could have some out there. Okay. And all right. So And let me make this bigger for you all. Mm. Well, yeah, whenever it get done working on it. Okay, so spreadsheet. And we're gonna do one more thing on here because you need to track your growth, right? So you all have resumes, right? Sure you do. Oh, good goodness. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do, but it did it anyway. I ain't what I wanted it to do. Okay. All right. So yeah, it adjusted. Cool. Okay, so your 401k, this is actually type of account. Um, and when I say type of account, I don't know why it's not highlighting. Wait, yeah, it won't let me do that. Okay, whatever. So type of account, whether you got a 401k, a Roth IRA, a IRA rollover, which is different than a Roth IRA. I call them junk 401ks. You done left companies and you got 401ks out there. A brokerage account. I should get rid of this one because that's redundant. Right. Maybe you got an annuity out there. Or you got a Robinhood account, Webull. You got a whole life variable, stocks, CDs, I bonds, HSAs. Right. You should be able to go in and get every amount of those um of those accounts. You should be able to go get the amounts of those accounts. All right. Right here. And you should be able to get on not only the amounts of those accounts, right? Not only the amounts, you should also go get you also should be looking at monthly contributions to those accounts, right? I don't know why it don't let me center that. All right, so yeah, so you should have the type of account. You should get the amount in those accounts. You should be knowing what those monthly contributions, jump 401ks, like I say, 401ks, you left one job, you worked it for 2 years, you contributed to your 401k, you got $6 or $7,000 in there, you just left it. It's called jump 401ks. All right, jump 401ks. All right, that's what I call it. Because what happens is those junk 401ks end up going into a rollover IRA, or you roll them into your current 401k, either or. Or if they have a Roth side of it, you're rolling into a Roth IRA, or you're rolling into a the Roth side of your 401k, something like that, right? So you got call them junk. They're just junk. They're just sitting around, money sitting around. They're doing something. They might not be doing something. They should be doing something if you invested in it, right? Then you have the amount that you put in every month, right? I mean the current amount and then the amount that you put in every month. Now, this right here can be a combination of your employer and you. Um, I'm lazy, so I just say include both, right? But what you want to come down here after you get all that done, right, is you want to have a total down here. because you need to see where your money is actually going, right? Um, right. So now here, when you hit that total right here, you can say, okay, well, if I add all this up, how much am I truly contributing every month? Because here you could be contributing you and the employer, y'all might be contributing together $3,000 a month. And let me do something here. Um, let me do that at right. So you may be contributing 3,000 a month there, and then here, it went back small again. Your Roth. Now, here's the problem with the Roth IRA. If you made that $200,000, you can't contribute to a Roth IRA. I don't know why I keep going small, but whatever. You can't contribute to that Roth IRA. So you got to do what they call, you may have to backdoor this Roth. Your rollover IRA, you can only contribute up to a total of 7,000. So it's something like, I don't know, 528 or something like that. I don't know why they're so small. It goes back small again. Your jump 401ks, you just gonna have to get the amount here, the sum of those, because you're not contributing to those anymore. You don't contribute to those anymore, right? So there's nothing happening here, right? And then your brokerage account, you can put anything you in there. There's no limit on that. No limit. Annuity, you you could have some limit. You would have to ask what that limit is. Some limit, but you will have to ask what that is. Your Robinhood account is another brokerage account like Webull, no limit. And I'll go back and make these bigger. Your whole life, you may have some limit there. You need to ask what that is. Variable life, some limit there. So stocks. When I talk about stocks, I'm talking about stocks from your like employee stock options, RSUs, right? You may have some stock options that uh were given to you by your employer, right? Um, given or bought or purchased. CDs. Some of you have CDs that you, I-bonds that you do. HSA. You don't have to have an HSA with the company. You can have an HSA outside of the company, and your high yield savings account. All that's outside the company. I don't think there are any income limits. There, I don't think there's no income limit there. All right. So let me make this bigger here. Did it stay? Yay! Stayed this time. All right. So I don't think there's no limit there. No limit there. HSA max out 4150. We know that. All right. So when you go back and look at this, and I'll say, well, I'll just put in the number 23,000. Here, I don't think there's no limit here. and how often. I don't think there's no limit in how often you can do this. Your rollover there is 7,000 if you're under 50. Um 401k, jump 401k, you don't contribute. Brokerage account, there's no limit, some limit. And so you have to look for tax shelters, right? So this is pre-tax on the backdoor Roth IRAs after IRA rollover can be after tax. You just have to claim that on your taxes. Jump 401ks, nothing. Brokerage account, no limit in what you contribute. But this is when you use tax loss harvesting. No tax breaks on annuities. Same thing with Robinhood, tax loss harvesting, whole life nothing, variable life nothing. Stocks, um, I think you have to claim them if you're cashing them out. If not, they'll send you the statement of what is I think is it a 1099-R, or I forget what it is for stocks. I think it's 1099-R. CDs, and I bonds, and then HSAs. Okay, HSA is pre-tax. These here are taxable, and your high yield savings account. I don't think there's any tax deductions on that. There's no that. So you gotta find out of all this. This is what you could do for just straight W-2 without investing in the real estate or nothing like this. This is what you could do right now. You're like, Tamika, what is this? Why does this matter to us? Okay, so it matters because of this. Let me now, the lady that said her 401k, she was invested too heavy into her 401k. What she forgot to do is to include the taxes that come along with being invested in your traditional versus your Roth of your 401k. So heavy on the Roth, but over the years, and you need to talk to, this is not financial advice. Please talk to a financial planner or wealth manager, right? But the reason why I say that is because as the years grow, taxes grow too. So if you can get a tax advantage in the early years of your 401k versus the later years of your 401k, it'll be better. Now, with that being said, you need to talk to someone who can help you devise a plan of when to pull in and out. And this is where that back door, this is where this becomes your friend when you're starting to backdoor your Roth and do mega back doors on your Roth. So it's backdoor Roth and then mega backdoor Roth. And there's a difference between the two. And I think if I remember correctly, in some cases you can't have an IRA if you're doing a backdoor you can't have you can't have more than one, I think it is. Let me look. You think you can't have an IRA. So backdoor Roth, backdoor IRA with no, it's something you can't have, or you get penalized. All right, who are you can benefit higher earners who don't qualify contribute under the current Roth IRAs. People who can afford additional taxes in a Roth conversion, because you're going from the tax to the Roth, so there's a tax thing there. So you need to be aware of that. It says a backdoor Roth IRA allows high earners to sidestep the Roth IRA's income limits by converting non-deductible traditional IRA contributions to Roth. This typically requires you to pay income taxes on the funds being rolled out, rolled into the Roth that have not been previously taxed. So again, you want to make sure that you have the money, one, two, making sure you don't push your incomes, because like you could be at the $150 salary, and then you may do a back door that may push you up to 225 or 275. So you got to make sure you're not hitting different tax limits there. So you may want to kind of play within the tax brackets, right? So if you know that you want to stay in at 24%, you may have to play within those tax limits, right? And Empower has a website on this, on what is and I talked about this before. What is a mega backdoor Roth, and what is a Roth IRA? But you need to go talk to a tax person, and also talk to a wealth manager on what's going to be the best option and when. It's all about the win for you, because you may do it multiple times over your journey. It ain't just one time. Now, when the money is growing tax free, it's what you want, right? But you're going to use the IRA match to get your money into the account. Then over time, you'll use um, different strategies to pull that money out tax free, but you're paying taxes earlier. You don't want to pay taxes later, right? So later when you retire, it's just tax free. So you want to do what they call Roth conversions. It says, and you can look this up, Roth conversion strategies. All right. So here, RA withdrawal strategies. Is it worth converting to Roth? And there's just different strategies for tax purposes. Don't take my advice for it. Go look it up for yourself. Go look and see what's best for you. Go look and see what's when you're young. You may want to do this. May want to do it maybe in the first, 10 years, after the first 10 years after you've grown, and let that accumulate or whatnot. Now, like I said, from what I've been seeing online, is most people don't want you to have these big 401ks with $10 million, $5 million, this, that, and other. So they want you to kind of scale that back. Now, so because I am your friend, let's look at this video. Everybody is going to start talking about this video if they have not already. I think this is your opportunity to learn, and let's take it as an opportunity, not just to learn, but an opportunity to see what some possibilities could be. And let me, all right, it's up, and let me grab it and put it on the other screen. And let's get our sound situated here. And let's make this widescreen. And let me take my headphones out. All right. All right. So this is a lady that works at TikTok, global product manager. She pulls in $400,000 a year. And we're going to review her. She's in California, so we get a chance to use the tax calculator to see what she's really doing, and we'll see how the taxes are probably eating up her money. All right. So let's get busy. Everybody can hear me, right? We good on the sound. Put a one in the chat if we good on the sound. Before we start, I don't want to start and stop. Not getting any ones. Can anybody hear me? Oh, okay.
We are all imperfect, but you can try to do it all. You can have a job at a big tech company. You can be a working mom. You can have friendships and you can work out. It's all about time management and finding the balance. While you're doing all this, you may not be perfect, but don't feel like you have to choose one over the other. My name is Sora Lee. I'm 34 years old. I make about $400,000 a year. I live in San Mateo, California.
All right. She lives in San Mateo. She makes 400,000 a year. She has a child. Just a spoiler alert, she is divorced. She chose, I guess they chose to get divorced at before the kid turned 3, because she said she looked it up. And in his developmental years, it is better for them to divorce early than it is to divorce late, for mental health purposes. So that is the route they went down. But there are a lot of negative comments on this one. She works over at TikTok, and people are like, she don't do nothing but push paper. But send emails. Regardless of what you say she do, regardless of what you say who she is, either way it go, she made 400,000. Let's go. All right, so Sora is the global head of product marketing at TikTok. All right, before that, she worked at Netflix over 2 years and Meta for over 6 years. Now, before I continue this, I just showed you all how to calculate your taxes. I showed you how to take all your stuff and look at a monthly contribution of what you're putting in things, what you're doing, what you're not doing. I also showed you how to and told you you need to go back on your Excel sheet and you need to put in every job that you ever had from the time you entered into tech or before tech, and say what was the salary you left when you made that job. What was the salary you left when you made that job, and put the years. So if you left a job in 2019, what was the salary at the end of 2019? If you left a job, if you left 2 jobs in 2019, what was the salary for both of those jobs at 2019? The reason why this helps you is because now you get a chance to visualize. Now you can use Excel to show what your salary gross was over those years. You can then go back and start calculating how much money, the bonuses, the whole nine. You need to visually see your income. You need to visually see yourself. If you can't visualize what you've been doing, you will never grow. And I'm gonna tell you this it's a psychology thing, right? When you start looking at the numbers and you see 2015, 19,000, 2016, 19,500, 27, 2017, 20,000, you start to say to yourself, oh, okay, yeah, 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 yeah. You need to have some growth. And I'm not talking about $500 worth of growth either. You don't even see $500. You say, but Tamika was $10 more than I had. Yeah, but your rent went up 200. So you don't see it. Let's go.
One thing that I like about TikTok is it moves really fast. I sit between product and sales and users. Sometimes I go to market with a product. They wanted me to send them feedback from each day. And because I have engineers in Asia, a lot of them that were easily addressable were fixed overnight. That was the moment when I realized why TikTok has been growing so fast.
All right, her base salary is $320,000. and she's scheduled to receive $80,000 worth of RSUs in 2024. So her base is 320. We can go back to that calculator and look and see what she really takes home in terms of that income. Let's do that real quick, and then we'll get back to the video. So let's do that real quick. 320. Let's close this. No, that's not it. That's from the other day. Where is our little calculator we were just on? Did I minimize it? I might have. Let me look. Let's see. Right here. So 320. She's in California. All right. And now let's calculate. Did it not do it? All right, there we go. Okay. So in California, she's getting taxed $126,000. She gets $81,000 for federal, $29,000 for state income tax, $9,000 for Social Security, $5,000 for $5,700 for Medicare, $1,600 for your state disability tax. So she nets 193. We could take off 27,000 from there. I'm just gonna leave off the 150. So she's really getting 8. So 6, not so 180, 186, 186, 171. Is that right? All right, so 193, 171. Minus 27,000. I can do the 150 because I'm on the calculator now. 166, 166, 166.02. Now, she went from 320 to 166. She nets 13,835. Let's do it. Let's just do this and divide that by 12. It'll be 2666. Let's divide that by 2. So, in theory, rule of thumb is divide in half. So let's see if it works. $100,000 is what you make a year. Divide that by 12. That'll be 833, right? But if we do 100,000 times 0.7 minus our 27, and then divide that by 12. 833. Or if I multiply that by 2, what is it? Is they gonna give me 8? Almost. It's not. I'm $1,000 off, give or take. But that's about right. Right. So all I did was I'm showing if I did $100,000, I don't take out any taxes for it, and I divide that by 12. It comes out to 833.33. What I did was I took that same $100,000. Oh, I should have did this minus 27,000. That's what I should have did. And then multiply that by 0.7. And then divide that by 12. 4258 times 2. Yeah, pretty close there. Pretty close. So what I'm simply saying is, if you know what your gross is every month, every year, divide that by 12, and then divide that by 2, and that's really after taxes and 401k come out. That should be what you approximately you're gonna take home. Approximately. And you can play with this calculator, but this gives you just a roundabout. Calculator give you straight estimate. All right. So she's really taking home after that 167,000. That's really what she's taking home. She's paying $127,000 in taxes a year in California. All right. Let's get back to it. Y'all got enough for taxes yet? All right, let's go. And by the way, she got to pay taxes on those RSUs too.
In 2023, my total compensation consisted of my base salary and sign-on.
All right, her total compensation, she has creator income, she has rental income, and she sold some stocks. She sold a house, and her Meta severance package was $133,000. And I need to get rid of closed caption here. And her TikTok salary was $291. Right, so it says her portion after splitting profits with her husband. That's the sale of her house. It's her portion after splitting profits with her husband. The plus sign includes the base and sign-on bonus. So there's a base and sign-on bonus. And then the creator income is brand partnership and speaking engagements. All right. So her total income is $839,000. Her severance package was $133,000 from Meta. There is tax on the severance package. The stock sale, she sold that, capital gains, rental income, taxes, creator income, maybe 1099, and she may be 1099 on the rental income. She may have it in a business. The house sale, tax, TikTok, that sign-on bonus, tax, right? Growth. That's a growth. So let's go.
From TikTok, severance from Meta, selling primary residence I co-owned with my ex-husband, and landing some brand partnerships deals as a creator. I graduated in 3 years. I decided that I'm going to take that route to save money.
She graduated in 3 years. They tell you don't go to college. They tell you you don't need it. You don't need it. Let's back up. After graduating from high school, she attended UC Berkeley, where she majored in economics and political science. Economics and political science. She didn't get a computer engineering degree. Absolutely, they'll raise ways around those taxes. I'm sure it is. That's not the issue. The issue is most people don't know the way around those taxes. So they get eat them up yum yum with those taxes.
I graduated in 3 years. I decided that I'm going to take that route to save money.
So she donated her eggs 3 times to help pay for her tuition. She said, I got eggs to spare my G. You donate sperm, I donate eggs. Okay?
I think it was a good way to help fund my education, at the same time give children to families who wanted their own kids. I also worked at a Korean bar. I highly recommend that everyone should work as a server at a busy restaurant at least once in their life, especially in an early age, because it teaches you about reading people and servicing people, but also more importantly, you're thinking about your operational efficiency. So never go into the hall without bringing anything, or never go back to the kitchen without bringing anything.
She continued her education at UC Berkeley, graduating with a master's in Master of Business Administration degree. She got her MBA.
I started my career working at a few different startups. And then I joined TubeMogul, which later got acquired by Adobe. At TubeMogul, I made $40,000 in base and $6,000 in bonus.
So pause right there. 2012, $46,000. You should be breaking out your Excel sheet and looking at what you have made. What were you doing? What does your career trajectory look like? If you don't know, go sign up and get you an account at Social Security. SSA.gov will tell you what you have put into Medicare, what your disability is. It will tell you the money that you have made all over the years. You don't have to guess. You can go look it up.
And then by the time I left the next year, I made $46,000 in base and $6,000 in bonus. And in 2014, when I moved over to Netflix as an associate, I think that was the biggest jump. So I went from 46 to 110,000, which is more than double. My biggest negotiation tip is to have counter offers always. When I was interviewing at Netflix, I actually was interviewing for another company in the morning, and I had gotten an offer on the spot because
no one bites at the first jump. I keep telling y'all, you keep missing it. I keep telling you, you keep missing it. You like, Tamika, but I need the job. I'm like, but you counter anyway. I don't care if you counter if they offered you $40,000, you counter back with $40,000, $1. I don't care. Make the counter. I don't know why you always take the first jump. You were like, Tamika, but I'm so excited. I'm just going to get in there. I'm going to work. I'm going to work. Cover girl. Work it, girl. Do your thing on the runway. Work. And then y'all come out like Madonna. Vogue, 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 Vogue. And you hit all them moves and poses while you working. And you like, and they're not giving out raises this year. And they reneged on my training. And start sound like a violent and no.
VP loved me. What I was offered was about $80,000. So I already went into Netflix thinking, okay, if this doesn't work out, I will still double my compensation. That gave me a lot of confidence boost. So I did well on the interview. And then when it was time to negotiate, my minimum was, I said 90,000 and they came back 110K. When I left Netflix, I made 165,000 all cash. And then when I moved over to Facebook as an IC5, I made $150,000 and bonus was 15%. I wasn't having a nice time at Meta. I didn't feel like I was really growing. I didn't feel like my lead.
Heard so many bad things about Meta, but hey, whatever.
Was very invested in my growth. I got reached out by a recruiter from TikTok on LinkedIn and I interviewed for the role. So that when the big round of layoffs happened at Meta, it was perfect because I got laid off on Wednesday, got my offer from TikTok on Friday, and I got.
So pause. In 2012, she was at $46,000. In 2013, approximately 10 years, she's at $291,000. She utilized this as her base skill set. She added on to her base skill set. She made sure that she was increasing every year. This right here, this 2012 to 2013, she had no confidence. She was building up to that. You can tell by the pay, right? You can tell by the pay. It's almost lateral. And then here is when she started really gaining that confidence. You could see right here. You ain't gonna screw me over. Not this time. I'ma sit here. But look at this. Look at this 10-year journey. They'll tell you, stay put, work hard, do blah blah. Look at this. 2012 to 2013, 10 year. One job, another job, another job, another job. Probably another job, stayed put for a while, hop, and hop. And this may be the same job. These two may be the same. Understand, each time you add a skill, you interview. Each time you interview, you take notes of what you're interviewing over. Read the job description, break it down. I've talked about this. I put this in the Slack channel on how to read it. The job description is the interview.
TikTok role.
And this is what that Excel sheet could do for you. It'll give you like what that looks like in a chart wise, right? It'll show you in a chart what that looks like. Visualize. You got to visualize your growth. Visualize where you're going. Visualize what that look like. It's okay to dream. It's okay to say 2023, I want to be at 250,000. I want to be at 300,000. Now you got to look at what is that leap of faith from 172 to 250. What do I need to do? Can I do it in a year or can I do it in 2 years? Have a plan. It's okay.
I was able to get the severance and start my new job. My relative feeling of being wealthy, I think it diminishes over time because I'm working with, directors who are making millions. And that moment from Cube Mobile to Netflix, I think, was the biggest moment where I felt like I made it. And that's when I bought my first designer purse. I haven't felt that way since then. I try not to keep more than $10,000.
All right. In stocks and crypto, she has $466,000, so 467. Her purchase price of her Lake Tahoe home, 360. And in retirements and investments, she has 241, RSUs 48, cash 21,000, a 529 savings plan, a flexible spending account, $250,000 negative on a mortgage. So that's gonna bring, I'm assuming this is gonna bring that 336 down to, like, if we're gonna look at her net worth, I'm assuming they pulled that out of that net worth. This Tesla loan, 36, and the student loan, she can knock that out easily. How, yeah, she can knock that out easily. And she got cash sitting there for that student loan, so we can go ahead and count that as gone for that. All right. But she's in stocks and crypto over here. Heavy on stocks and crypto, not as much in her retirement savings here. She's probably letting whatever they contribute to the 401k, she's probably just letting that ride. And then these RSU, she got 48,000. She's probably just waiting for them to vest.
Checking account. I already
Because they were at 80,000. And I think she took 24 already. So let's go.
first designer purse. I haven't felt that way since then. I try not to keep more than $10,000 in my checking account. I already maxed out my traditional IRA for this year, and I'm on track to max out 401k contribution this year.
All right, she's on her way to max out her 401k and her IRA. That's why I've been trying to tell you this. Like, I'm not going to get on my soapbox. I ain't going to do it.
I also contribute towards my son's 529, and anything else left, I put it into Robinhood to acquire index funds, individual stocks for interesting companies, and
I don't agree with her Robinhood thing. She could do that in Charles Schwab. She could get better treatment out of that, but I get it. The new wave, I get it.
I don't have any regrets. I was at a point where I would be fine even if my net worth starts at zero. I got divorced when my son was 2.5 years old, and it was actually because I read an article that if the kid's under 3, it actually leaves a pretty low impact in their life, and it peaks around 11 to 13. So I figured if I'm going to do it, I should just do it now. It was pretty costly divorce in terms of lawyer fees. I was ordered to pay spousal support. And aside from that, my ex was managing all the finances. So actually, I was pretty oblivious to like personal investing, which sounds kind of funny.
All right. So she had to pay spousal support. She had to come up with, if you go back and look at it, they had to split the house. So that divorce probably cost her easily $500,000 to $1 million, because it was $362,000 that she got out of that sale of the house, and they split that sale of that house. And they're in California. Ain't no house in California $362,000. So they had to split that. She is probably, and if I'm not mistaken, this is why I find it kind of odd that she only had like $200,000 in her 401k. She probably had to take some money out of her 401k as well to give to him. So her divorce probably easily cost her $500,000 to $1 million easily. And let's go back to that. Let me go right here. For somebody that has been in the game, in the industry this long, 241,000 seems awfully low over 10 years. That seems awfully low. And maxing out, and you've been at Netflix and the home, that seems awfully low. She could be right, but seems awfully low. She's got most of her stuff over here in stocks and crypto. The RSUs, he could have gotten some of that. This is a new purchase. They sold that home. He wouldn't. I mean, I don't know too many people that's gonna come after a child's 529 plan, but we seen in their market watch that they will come after the 529 plan. We seen that. All right, so let's get back to it.
$401k contribution this year. I don't have any regrets. I was at a point where I would be fine even if my net worth starts at zero. I got divorced when my son was 2.5 years old. And it was actually because I read an article that if the kid's under 3, it actually leaves a pretty low impact in their life and it peaks around 11 to 13. So I figured if I'm going to do it, I should just do it now. It was pretty costly divorce in terms of lawyer fees. I was ordered to pay spousal support. And aside from that, my ex was managing all the finances. So actually, I was pretty oblivious to like personal investing, which sounds kind of funny because I'm the one with an MBA degree. I didn't know like how you even access 401k or how to buy stock. I knew that it was going to be very difficult financially. So at the beginning of the divorce, I opened 3 credit cards that had 0.
So the question is, if she wasn't investing in her 401k, probably. I wonder if he was doing it for her or if they was putting money into his 401k as a joint situation. Good questions here.
And APR, I think at max, I had about $100,000 in credit card debt because all my money was tied up with real estate and I couldn't really move money around that much. It's been a learning the past 2 years. I read a lot of books and a lot of courses. I feel pretty good about it now.
All right. So following their divorce, Sora and her ex-husband sold 2 out of 3 of their properties. So he was probably doing the real estate investing. She's making money. He making money, and they doing the investment thing.
In March, I bought a necklace to celebrate hitting.
All right. So her budget: housing and utilities $27.87, child care $20 about $2,400 a month, $23.39 to be exact. Savings and investment $23, transportation $1,200. That's how much the Tesla costs. Subscription memberships $487, food $427, student loan $246, gifts $200, and insurance $125. And then up here, discretionary is $4,445. So she got $4,500 a month for discretionary spending.
100,000 followers milestone on Instagram. My rent is $49.50 and I split it with my partner. And my son is in pre-kindergarten right now and I pay all of it right now. My car payment is $1,000, so that is one financial mistake I've done. During divorce, I bought a brand new Tesla.
So it's one little thing right here.
now,
It says the necklace, camera, household goods, cleaning services, and books. And then it says 401k flexible spending account, which is the savings and which is her spending account. That's her flexible spending account, which is listed on the chart as savings and investments, right? Car payment and charging costs is what you see for transportation. Healthcare, vision, and dental is what you see for insurance, and includes rent, which is split with her partner. It says partner. It don't say her ex-husband. In the comments, they're like, well, she's splitting the rent with her ex-husband. No, she is splitting it with her partner. At that, but people don't label their husband their partner. They say they husband. So her partner, and rent, that's included. That is what we see with the plus sign, I believe. Look, now includes rent, which is split with her partner. I believe that is the plus sign. It doesn't say anything about the discretionary. That might be the star, but my stuff is covering it, so I can't really tell.
All of it right now. My car payment is $1,000, so that is one financial mistake I've done.
That's discretionary.
During divorce, I bought a brand new Tesla Model 3 Performance. It was about $70,000 and I'm still paying off it. $1,000 a month is a big deal. And if I had put that into something else, I would have been making more money, and I regret buying that full price brand new. Huge mistake. I know I've had a pretty unhealthy relationship with money growing up. Looking back, my father constantly talked about money, and I was pretty obsessed with money. I don't think I'm completely free of it now. It's something I think about constantly. I've been making conscious efforts to have healthier relationship with money. Also with Jackson, I like having adults like discussions with him. Like if he's sitting in the car seat and he's like, that's a Porsche, like that's an expensive car. Like, you know, he heard it from somewhere else. And I would be like, you know, just because someone has a nice car doesn't mean that they're wealthy, and cars are a depreciating asset. 2 for $7. You know what this is 2 for $7. Okay. He's probably not really understanding all of it, but I think the more I talk to him about it, I think the more he can grasp when he's ready. Jackson, do you want to help mommy? Can you roll up your sleeves first? My number one tip for working moms or working parents is give them chores. Even when we go to restaurants, if we need to get a menu or a new spoon, I try to get him to ask the server. And in the beginning, he was very shy. And now I can see whenever he gets the spoon that he asked for, like he looks so happy. He's so proud of himself. I almost feel like God or some sort of higher being gave him to me so I can take a pause and enjoy life versus constantly think about how I can do better and be more, and feeling anxious about how I am not doing enough and how I'm not making enough money. I keep thinking about this, but when I'm with him, I can like fully focus on him, and it, I think, really balances me out. I was on a Netflix reality show called Love After Divorce, which ended last year. My social media account started to grow exponentially, which I'm really grateful for, because I do love sharing my stories on how to become more effective employee and how to
utilize every single skill that you have. That's what she did. She utilized every single skill that she has, and you can too.
For careers, because I do think the more knowledge we have, especially women of color or people in Korea who
I love it. Women of color.
For American companies, they're going to be more empowered to be better at their jobs and pursue their passion, and also move up more quickly and make more money. And so that's something I'm very passionate about. So I want to see how far I can take this. You can do it all, and I want to be that person to inspire people to be more, dream more, and do more.
All right. So for the grand finale for this show, let's read the comments. You know, these are my favorites. My favorite is to read the comments. Yes, that's what I like. 569. You too can make it at TikTok if you speak Mandarin and are willing to work 12 hours a day. Left my ass off the dinner table. Not one man on the table is Asian. Korean women are known to be the biggest white man chasers among the Asian women. Money is not meant to control people. Rather, it is meant to put people to work, producing more money for you. You cannot build wealth without putting money into its rightful place. I won't read the sub comments. I'll read the top of the comments. Asian women are becoming more and more like white women every day. Same goes for Indian women. So she got divorced probably because she was making more money than her husband and latched onto another guy who she lives with. She better pray the new relationship works out. If it doesn't, she's done. Guys don't care about your material wealth. Naive. Leads don't care about your personal growth. It's business. She makes money destroying the minds of American youth. I wonder if she married a white man, hence the divorce. Couldn't keep her husband and nuclear family. Is it worth it? Oh. Okay, no hard feelings against Sora, but this filled me with so much angst. As a Bay Area native and Gen Zer, I've been completely pressed out of my hometown by the tech industry gentrification. I work as an elementary school. I work as an elementary school electives teacher, and my entire take home pay for 6 months of teaching class is soars $14,000 of spending in just 1 month. I'm spending 60% of my income and housing, and the rest on food and transportation. Inequality in this region is beyond epidemic levels, and people are hurting. The techies are rich because their companies profit off of humanity's eyeballs and attention. Wake up and spread the wealth. Let's see. These kinds of agents are the worst. No wonder she's a single mother. That kid is going to be a serial killer. Bet me. I guess when women start making more money than their husbands, they bounce. Let me guess, she's with a white guy now. Let's see. Love after divorce. I probably go look it up to see who she was married to on the show. How to make 400K working for CCP regime. What am I supposed to learn from this? What am I supposed to admire from working for a government that commits genocide against its own people? I'm surprised she isn't doing more money for spreading propaganda. Getting divorced because an article says low impact on at age 3 is wow. What if the article said honor your vows, go to marriage therapy, stay married for the better benefits of the kids? Tired of seeing these videos like this. Make a video of a guy running a small business in Wichita, Kansas that makes 100,000 a year. I know a guy you could talk to. 400K for writing emails. Impressive, I guess. Selling potential children. Sorry, that's disgusting. The ex is still paying the mortgage. Well, glad to see a guy getting paid after divorce, especially since women are usually the ones filing. She is an actress, says and does what would benefits her at the time. You don't marry these women, but at least the guy is getting paid this time. So that was it. I just found these things crazy. I really wish black people were given these same opportunities. Systematic racism keeps us at the bottom. I'm the same age with the same credentials and education. And can I get close to that? It's brutal. I knew the DEI stuff was gonna come up. Well, folks, that was primarily it. I do have, hold on. Oh, I got 7 minutes. I do have, let me pull it up here. Let me see. Hold on. One more little thing. And then we'll be out of here. And I want to say I can pull it from here. Let me look. I'm waiting for my emails. So, okay, it did pop up. Okay. Let me see if I can. Okay. So there's a job out there. It's with ClearBridge Technology. They're okay with TSSCI with a poly, CI Lifestyles 5,000, Secret Clearance 2,000, Public Trust 1,500. Bonuses are paid after the person completes 90 days. They're looking for OpenShift, Red Hat, Kubernetes, Red Hat clusters, Linux. Must be a U.S. citizen and willing to fill out an SF-86. I will post this job inside of Slack tonight, so you all can check that out. There are other jobs that I wanted to go through. I'll save these for the Wednesday night class. I want to break these jobs down a little bit more on these. And so I save them for Wednesday night's class. All right. So again, hopefully you enjoyed it. We'll catch you all Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. For those that don't know, we have a meetup every week. And then we do our show on Friday, Saturday, and Monday. All right, catch you later. Find us everywhere on social media at Women in Linux. See you Wednesday.